Daisy, too. The man pulls out of me and drags me up by my hair, shouting at me now. He wants my attention, and I'm not giving it to him. When he pulls me up to his face, screaming, I give him a thin, pained smile and shoot him the bird. Fuck you, I think. You're not getting tears from me. I cried a lot in the beginning. I never understood what was happening, really. What I had done to somehow get kidnapped and sold like I was nothing. All I knew was that I'd driven my roommate Daisy to work one afternoon, and I'd settled down to study. I'd borrowed her phone because mine was lost, and I had it on me. Daisy was supposed to call me when she was ready to leave work. An hour after I dropped her off, 2 men had showed up at the door. 2 tall, frightening strangers in suits with cold eyes. One was blonde and enormous, and the other one was slim and ugly. They both had thick Eastern European accents, and I immediately regretted opening the apartment door. By then it was too late. They'd forced themselves into the apartment, bound and gagged me, and then dragged me into their car. 30 minutes later, we went to the gas station where Daisy worked, and they grabbed her, too. Later, I was told that Daisy's boyfriend was mixed up with the wrong people, and that was why she had been taken. Me? I had been taken because I had Daisy's phone, and because I had a pretty mouth. Me and Daisy were hauled onto a private plane, and before long I was dragged in the back and raped by the ugly one, Yuri. I fought him a little, but he drugged me into a stupor. I guess he didn't care if his girls struggled or not. That was about all I remembered. Then, 2 days later, I came out of the drugged stupor and realized that I was sore all over from Yuri's attentions. I was in a small hotel room, and I was alone with one of Yuri's new friends, who also raped me. I loathed myself for letting him do such horrible things to me. I wasn't a virgin, but I wasn't all that experienced when it came to sex. I'd had sex with my boyfriend Mike, but no one else. Now here I was having sex with 2 men against my will. Yuri never came back. His friend did, though. And after he raped me again, he put a bag over my head, shoved me into a car, and drugged me. It seemed that I had been stolen twice now. Once from the States, and now this man was stealing me from my original kidnappers. The shit just kept piling on around here. The next thing I knew, I'd woken up in a Russian brothel, chained to a wall. I was terrified, not only for myself, but for poor Daisy, who was utterly sheltered and innocent. She was somewhere out there, likely living through the same hell that I was. She could be dead, even. In the beginning, I told myself that someone would find us, that Regan Porter, all-American college student from Minnesota, couldn't fall off the face of the earth and not have someone looking for her. Not the girl who once thought her biggest fear was driving into a deer in the middle of the night. Finding me and Daisy would take time, I told myself. The police were bound to come looking for a pair of American girls that vanished, weren't they? My boyfriend Mike wouldn't give up on me. Neither would my family and friends. So I clung to hope. I cried all the time the first week in the brothel, and I hoped. I cried every time a man touched me. Each rape felt like it was the first one. I cried every night, biting down on my knuckles to stifle my sobs. And I fought back when they touched me, because if I gave in, it wasn't rape, right? I stopped crying once I realized 2 things. I realized no one would be coming. No Daisy, no Mike, no one. They left me here to rot. I had vanished, and no one would find me. Ever. I realized, too, that the men that paid to fuck me, they liked it when I cried and fought. They got off on that just as much as they got off on shoving their dicks inside me. After that, I learned to mask my emotions a bit more. I learned to mentally shut out what men were doing to my body, protecting my mind. They could have my body all they wanted, but that would be all I would give them. So I distracted myself. I rewrote horror movies in my head. I recast roles of my favorite films, switching out actors and